Hello, you are now listening to Sir Inc.'s The Experience Podcast, where we talk about anything and everything kink. Now, this podcast is only catered to those that are 18 and above and may not be suitable for work, or as we like to say, NSF. But remember, you can always listen to us during your private time. Hello, kinky and kink curious folk out there. My name is Sir Inc., and on this podcast, I'm going to talk about how to set up your domination. Gentlemen, Doms, female Doms. Rome is not built in a day. We must carefully set our parameters, our protocols, and our ways up slowly and methodically because you're building. You can't come with what you want already built because that person has no way of knowing how you got there. They don't understand the foundation. They don't feel like they're a part of the foundation. So you want to give them things that show them that you two are on a page to building something together. Doesn't matter if she's sub number 1, 2, 3, or 4. But this is for new downs, right? So we're talking about your first sub. Start out slow. Maybe you like protocols. Like I like protocols. I like kneeling every day. And because I have someone long distance from me, every morning she sends me a picture of her kneeling. And I like that. Sometimes she has clothes on, sometimes she does not have clothes on. And that's fine. And we start there. And then we added a submissive statement. So now she kneels and she'll send me multiple pictures of different submissive positions. She know I love exposed kneeling and a few others. But she'll also send me a short 15-second video of her just reciting her statement. And so you start slow and build your way up. And we add more things on. It's the same thing when we see each other in person. We've started slow with slow impact with my hands, with a paddle, and then we moved into hot wax, we moved into canes, we moved into floggers, we moved into whips, crops, and I use crops for teaching. I don't use crops for impact. So I'm different in that way. Some people use crops for impact. I do not. So you want to start setting your ways. And the way I'm with her would be different than the way I'm with someone else. Someone else may be different. The things that I want from another submissive would be different. But I'm not going to bring all the things that I did with this submissive over here and put it on another submissive over there because they're different women. In my case, they're different women. They have different personalities, and how they interact with me is different. So now I have to tailor something different for this other submissive. So I may have one submissive that's calm in nature, very accommodating. I may have another one that's a little mouthy and a little bit more disagreeable, right? So we're going to butt heads a little bit more. So now the things that I want from her are going to be ratcheted up a little bit, going to be a little different. When we have sessions, might be a little bit more impact, pain-wise going on. There may be more reprimanding going on, opposed to the one that's more agreeable. Whereas the more agreeable one, what is it that she really wants out of sessions? Is it sensual play? Is it impact? What is it that she wants? So again, there's no one real formula for each and every submissive that you will meet, that you will engage, and you just have to find where you are with that person, and that takes time. But you just can't rush into things. Like I've seen And I've heard plenty of guys come on, well, from the beginning conversation, well, you must call me sir, you must call me daddy, you must kneel, you must do this without even knowing the submissive. This is not how this goes. You must take your time first to get to know, in my side of this, to get to know the woman. Who is this woman? And now, what what does submission mean to her, and why is she on this side? What about submission or being submissive makes her who she is, or fulfills her in what way? These are things that take time, and there's nothing wrong with taking time. And actually, a female really appreciates a dom that takes their time to get to know who they are. Because before we get to playing, I just need to know who you are so I can serve you better, and at the same time get what I want out of the interaction as well. Do you understand? Because one thing that women have a really natural talent for is to fill you out. They're paying attention. It's not something that they do on purpose, like they're trying to crack a code. But when they're interested in you, they want to know everything they possibly can because they want to please you. They want to know, what makes you tick. You know, some have, most have good intentions. Some have bad intentions with that. Some, the more they know, the more they feel like they have power over you and all that kind of craziness. So you can have a power struggle with some people, but those aren't the type that I like anyway. So I recognize them early and shut them down. But a lot of submissive women just want to know who you are as a dom so they can serve you properly. And before it even gets to a dynamic, if they really like you, they just want to serve you as a man or as a female dom, right? Domina. They want to serve you. And it's okay to allow them to serve, but get to know them slowly and start laying a foundation and building on top of that. If you come with a model already ready, you don't know, okay, the foundation might be there, but everything on top of it may not suit them. You understand? So, again, my opinion is to take your time, ease folk into the dynamic, but first get to know who they are as a person so that you can better serve them as one person to another before you start adding dominant, submissive, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever the case may be. And maybe you guys are already boyfriend, girlfriend, and maybe you are already husband and wife, and now you're exploring BDSM. That's cool too. But here's the thing. The person you're in a relationship with already, and in other dynamics like boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband, wife, now you're about to explore and open up new sides of yourselves. So now it's not a total reset, but it is kind of a reset of like, wow, who are we now, and what are we about to grow into? And I think that's very healthy because people change over time, and it's okay to embrace newness, right? Because people get bored with sex. Men get bored, but also women get bored too, and that's something we don't talk about a lot. Yes, we all can get bored with sex being routine. And so, how do you keep that spicy? And it's okay to have open communication about what that looks like. And try not to judge someone based upon what it is that they want for themselves to open up, to have new experiences. Don't shame them. Just listen. If it's something that you don't agree with, that's okay too. But at least hear them out without judging them for it. If your lover wants another lover, don't shame them for like, oh, you just want to fuck somebody else. It may not be that. It may not be that. What you're doing may not always, that you may not scratch every itch they have. It doesn't make you a bad lover. It doesn't make you an incomplete lover. It might just mean your partner just has more needs than you can give, and actually more needs than one person can provide. And that's fair if you have open dialogue. It doesn't mean you have to agree with anything. It just means you have to be open to the communication. And I guarantee you, whether you go through opening it up or not opening up or exploring different things, just being able to have a conversation makes things so much better. Period. It really does. Try not to judge. Try to be open and have fun most of all. And remember, safe, sane, and consensual as much as you can. But I would like to hear from you. Give me your opinion. You know how to reach me, sir. INQ on Instagram and Facebook. And you guys know, soon coming will be my other platform, which it will be going off sometime next month. We're working on it behind the scenes to bring you guys a better quality experience and better quality content. Until next time,